Bougainvilleas are no doubt one of the most colorful flowering vines or trees on the planet Earth. If you would want to grow bougainvillea, this video is going to help you grow and manage the plant using our 8 gardening tips. Let's get started and I'll see you in the next video. Namaste! Bonjour! Kumusta? Hello, happy YouTubers! Welcome back! This is Marcelina at Cashew Greens. It is so great to be back. In today's video, we're going to talk about the top 8 gardening tips for growing and managing bougainvillea. Look at this bougainvillea, is stunning. But before we begin, give us a lot of likes, subscribe to our channel Cashew Greens, join our gardening family, and also don't forget to open your notification to be notified of each one of our newest gardening videos as soon as they are posted. So thank you very much and I'll see you in the next episode. Did you know there are over 300 varieties of bougainvilleas? Because of many hybrids and crossover level of generations, it is difficult to identify its origin. So what is bougainvillea plant? Bougainvillea is a genus of thorny perennial flowering vines, bushes, or trees in the family Nyctaginaceae, native to Brazil and are popular grown in warm climate areas like Florida, California, India, and Philippines. When I was in the Philippines, I grew a lot of bougainvilleas and I placed them in front of our house along the fence. My bougainvillea was blooming crazy all year round. So if you wish to grow bougainvillea, in this video, we're going to share with you our top 8 gardening tips for growing and managing bougainvillea. Stay tuned. We'll continue after the break.
Okay, y'all. I just want to know how come you haven't subscribed yet. I got over 30 dang videos out there, and I ain't getting enough subscriptions. How come y'all haven't subscribed yet?
Well, what's the purpose of all subscribing?
Because when you subscribe, you help out my channel, and also YouTube likes to send out more videos to everybody else as a recommended video. So, what do you think about that, Ma?
Yo! Subscribe, yo!
That was pitiful, Ma.
8 gardening tips for growing bougainvillea, and we're going to go over these requirements today, so stay with us until the end of the video. Alright, so number 1, sunlight. Bougainvillea prefers full sun. It requires at least 6 to 8 hours of daylight. Inadequate sunlight prevents bougainvillea from flowering. So if you grow this plant, make sure you place in area where it gets most of the sun. Number 2, watering. Water is key to open many problems. Would you agree? Overwatering and underwatering produce the same result. Water the bougainvillea more frequent during hot summer days, especially if you grow in container. Container grown plants, the soil is media can dry out so quickly. Although bougainvillea is drought tolerant, keeping the soil too dry for few days, it could put out too much stress to the plant. In the winter month, you cut back your watering time once a week or as needed. Plant is less active during that time. Number 3, soil. Bougainvillea grows in any soil as long there is good amount of aeration and drainage. You can mix your own soil list, which is 50% cocoa fiber and 50% fertilizer or sand, and mix them together and grow your bougainvillea. You can add compost to the soil or worm casting. The worm casting helps improve the soil aeration and drainage while giving nitrogen to your plants and some other traceable minerals like zinc and manganese. So I have a bag of worm casting here. I applied a lot of worm casting in most of my plants, especially plants that require a lot of nitrogen. So this is a good natural fertilizer. Now, when I applied worm casting, you can apply worm casting in the container. So what I do, I fill the container with soil half, and I layered with worm casting, then place my plants in, on top of the worm casting, and then add more soil. You can also mix this worm dirt with the soilless media and then grow your plants, or you can apply it as your top dressing. So when you dress your soil with worm casting, like what you see here, I spread the worm dirt around the plant. So after you put the worm casting, you water the bougainvillea. The next steps is the fertilizer. You can use a slow release fertilizer or this water soluble and feed your plants. Now the difference between the two fertilizers, the slow release delivers nutrients to your plants slowly and would last like about 6 months, so you don't apply more often. If you use the water soluble, you need to apply every 2 weeks because this is in the form of water soluble and it can wash out easily during watering. So when you apply this fertilizer, you need either half a spoon or 1 tablespoon. So I place this in the container and mix the nutrients in water. And water your plants. So before you fertilize your bougainvillea, make sure you check the pH first. That is one of the most important tips in gardening, to check the pH, because an increase or decrease in pH affects the absorption of nutrients available to your plants. So you can use these tools. This is perfect tools. I switch already into the pH, and make sure you water the plants first before you test the soil. We already watered the container, so it's okay. We just go ahead and place this down, so all the way. Now the bougainvillea prepares slightly acidic and slightly alkaline. So right now it reads 6.8. Awesome! So that is an awesome environment for bougainvillea. So hopefully you can see it. So can you see it? It's 6.8. It's almost like close to 7. So bougainvillea, it prepares a slightly acidic soil. Now let's go ahead and fertilize our plant. So since I use the water soluble fertilizer, so I have to apply it again for the next 2 weeks. So you keep applying if you are using the soluble fertilizer. You do it once every 2 weeks. Alright, so let's talk about the temperature. That is another tips for growing the bougainvillea. Bougainvillea is tropical, perennial, flowering vines, and it loves heat. So if you live in subtropical region, you might have to grow the bougainvillea in the container and bring inside your home or inside the greenhouse during winter time, because this one can tolerate freezing cold. So you can place this in your home. Now here's another important information. If you grow bougainvillea indoor, or if you keep it during winter inside your home or inside the greenhouse, so you need to acclimate your bougainvillea in summertime if you want it to bring outside, because it is used to the indoor and it is not used to the outdoor. So acclimate the plant. So you put outside for a few hours and then take it back inside your home. You do it in 1 week. So the next steps is pruning. Now, when you prune your bougainvillea, pruning is ideal to all plants because it gives its shape and also it limits the growth of the plant as well as increasing branching and also new foliage. And if you keep prune your bougainvillea, it would increase the bloom. Now, limit only for 3 to 4 branches. Don't heavily prune your bougainvillea. Make sure you disinfect your pruner. So I'm going to cut this bougainvillea here because this is so long and I want to keep this because probably maybe I will do this as bonsai and transfer this container into a different container. So I'm going to cut this, so I will cut it in here with that brax. Okay, so then after you prune, you have to make sure you disinfect the wound. So that's the pruning. Now, pests and diseases. Bougainvillea is a pest-free plants, but sometimes it would be affected with some pests. And if you have pests like mealybugs, aphids, and flies, so if you have that problem with your bougainvillea, just spray with alcohol, mix the alcohol with warm water, or you can use neem. This is our video for today. We hope this information helped you. If you have question or concern, just write your comments below this video. Stay green and grow big. Don't miss our next week episode, how to propagate bougainvillea and what methods to use for fast rooting the cuttings. This is Marcelina at Cashier Greens. See you next week. Peace out, YouTubers!